Okay, so today we're going to talk about how do you use Instagram to actually drive traffic to your online course. So you might wonder what this actually looks like in practice. I have two really good examples for you of Thinkific course creators who have Instagram accounts already, who are building that following. And you'll see right now, I'll show you how they're using those Instagram accounts to drive some traffic back to their courses to actually create sales for their online course. So let's jump in right now and I'll show you. If we look here at Mimi, Mimi is a wonderful course creator who is all about sewing and teaching how to sew online. And she has a crazy following. So I jumped into her Instagram account here. It's really interesting to be able to actually look at it. So you'll see the thing is not flooded with self-promotion. Not every Instagram post is buy my course, buy my course. You really want to balance that out and make sure you're creating content that's engaging. So you'll see here with hers, she's going through and there's pictures of her and her family, but also with things that they've sewn. So she's really right now into a thing about sewing your own jeans. And so you'll be able to see that she has Instagram posts on being able to actually sew your own jeans, but also being able to have some images of what those jeans look like on somebody. But what I wanted to show you was how in amongst these images, she has pictures that specifically drive to her course. So this is one right now that says her Sew It, which is Sew It Academy, is her online course. And she says, you know, wish you could sew. And she gives some of those high-level value propositions as to why someone would take an online course. So these are the same value propositions you've been using on your sales page or in other marketing channels, but she's actually using it in an image amongst all of her other images on Instagram. And then you can actually see she's putting a link at the bottom. The image itself wouldn't be linkable in Instagram, but she's writing sewitacademy.com. So someone would be able to see and followers would be able to say, oh, those are really cool jeans. I want to make jeans like that. And then be able to see a following post later in the week that actually shows, hey, you want to make those jeans yourself? Here, go to sewitacademy.com and I'd actually be able to show you, and they could be able to drive to her landing page, be sold on her course and start taking that course content. So it's a really good opportunity for you to introduce what you're selling in a really effective way and when you have a strong audience. And I think there was one a little bit lower on here. Also, you can see, you know, tons of different images she has of different clothing she's teaching. So she's really curating the images on her Instagram account to speak to that audience, to show really cool images. She's not showing right now, you know, how do I do a back stitch? She's showing the end product. So she's wearing really cool dresses, really cool jeans. And then every once in a while, she'll put a post in that says, you know what? Sew It is now open for enrollments. And she'll probably have commentary on that. So if we jumped into what that post actually looked like, she said you could actually enroll for this academy, and she gave the link as to what the academy would be and then what you'd actually learn. So look, only $11.97 a month. The link is in the bio. So when she posted this Instagram picture, she put a link in her bio that actually was clickable. And after a while, she would have changed that bio to another link. So it's a really good example for you to see on how you can show your users right in Instagram the value that you're offering for your course and drive them over to your sales page. I can show you another example here of Katie Evans. Katie Evans has an entire course on creating wonderful photographs. And I've seen the course and it really does give you the tips and tricks that you need to be able to take immaculate photos. And she has such visual content that the ability to create an Instagram account is pretty perfect for her. And I would suggest, you know, an Instagram account for her probably above any other social channel that would be out there, because she has the ability to be able to curate and generate such cool imagery that's actually really engaging in the format of Instagram. So if we look at her page specifically right now, you'll be able to see she does a lot of photographs about her family. Her course does dip into creating photographs and be able to become a photographer for yourself and for your family. So it makes a lot of sense. For her own Instagram feed, you'll see a lot of pictures of her own family, and they are precious. Like, you look at some of the photographs that she has here of her son or her kids in Disneyland, and you could see how she would start being able to sell the idea of being able to take and capture these moments to other families and maybe other mothers who want to be able to capture these moments when they were on a trip with their kids. So every once in a while, she'll pop in too, and I'll have to scroll down because she doesn't do it quite as often as Mimi does. But if I scroll down a lot here, she'd be able to see here in the middle is an Instagram post that's driving people to a webinar. And that webinar is driving, and at the end will drive people back to her online course. So She has a really cool following on her Instagram. She's showing all the things, the end results like we've been talking about of what you can possibly do. And then every once in a while, she'll pop in and say, oh, interested in learning how to do exactly what I'm showing you. Jump into a webinar, and in that case, she actually has live engagement in a webinar, and then later would be able to sell them on a course. But she'll show the webinar, she shows the time, and again, she put in just a link, or essentially she wrote out what the actual URL would be to the webinar, so you could join on. And I suggest that I would imagine she says here at the bottom, click on your link in my profile to reserve your seat. So she had changed her profile link to create an actual clickable link that you could save your seat for her webinar. So tons of great examples on how you can actually use Instagram to drive sales for your online course. So that gives you two really good examples of Thinkific course creators who are using Instagram to drive traffic to their courses. You know, Mimi has almost 250,000 followers on Instagram. Katie has a little bit less, at about just under 2,000. So you can see if you're just starting out or if you have a massive following, Instagram is a great place to create visual content that can then drive traffic to your online course. Good luck, and let us know how it goes. I just can't speak. Oh, my blooper reel is gonna be good. Sweet, so now you wanna be able, I don't know where that came from. I shouldn't have had coffee.